Okie dokie. So this is our bar session together, or bar style workout. If you need a support, you absolutely can use a chair, tabletop, side of a worktop, anything you like that's near you, as long as you've got enough space around you. And then what I'm going to do is probably give you lots of different options. You're going to pick which makes sense to you. We're also going to work together in terms of gently starting and then progressing from there onwards. So if you feel like you're going a little too ahead of where you are right now, then keep it in more of a moderate either tempo or a moderate level. If you ever want to stretch it out in between, you absolutely can. Make sure you've got water around to hand and you've got lots of space around you. So we're going to start with a little walking side to side with a little bit of a squat, and we're just going to take ourselves reaching, walking, reaching, walking. So it's like, if you've ever done this in yoga, it's like doing a chair pose. So give me a nice big squat, drop down into it and just reach those arms. But we're doing a traveling version. So we're going to breathe in, step, drop, breathe in, step, drop into it. So I'm going to step over, the arms come down as I go into the squat. Arms go up, but they're not going super high because we're warming up. I'm just keeping them just above the chest height. Depending on whether you're feeling a little warmer through the legs, can you get a little lower for me? Breathe in, breathe it out. Nearly there, we'll do one more there and back. I'm not going too speedy, but we're just dropping down with that nice hinge, pause engaged. I'm going to do one more and pause. And then from here, you might just want to float those arms, shake them out a little bit. We can always just walk it out and shake out as well, just to keep you going, keep you moving. From here, what we're going to take ourselves into is, same idea, we're going to take the travel out of it, and we're just going to have arms that are sweeping in opposite directions. So I'll come to the side, we're going to breathe in, and we're going to do a pause and a hold. So you're going to breathe in the center, reach and sweep opposite arm away, or opposite hands away from each other. Just come facing as well. Reach, breathe in, breathe it out. Dropping down, nice and deep into your heels. Pause engage because I'm doing a nice big hinge. If you can, keep pushing into those heels. Come up nice and strong. One more each side. Lovely. From here, just give me a little toe tap, side to side. We'll be doing more of this a little bit later. But for now, just give me a little toe tap that has it's like a pendulum swing. So you're just pointing out through the toes, activating through the ankles, activating the calves, and you're using your core. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Just a very light movement here. Now what we're going to do is pop the same sort of thing in with this wide plie. Just slide down, give me a toe tap, a lift, slide down, toe tap, and then a lift. So I've taken a little extra time to get my core engaged to potentially lift that leg a little higher. You don't have to. We're just going side to side. So I am pausing to toe tap, have a straight leg, then give me the leg lift. Toe tap, straight leg, breathe in, breathe it out. You will have those differences from side to side, but just making sure your core is with you for the slide down into that leg lift. If you want to pick up the tempo, we're just going to take ourselves into the squat or wide plie, into that leg lift that's on the angle without the toe tap in between. But if you want to go a bit speedier and you'd like to toe tap but you don't want a leg lift, that could be your option. Just keep moving through for me. Breathing in to breathe it out. Inhale, slide down. Exhale, just lift it up. Let's do 3 more each side together. No arms as yet because they're going to come with us later on. So just keep their relaxed shoulders, relaxed upper body posture. Strong for 1 more each side. Lovely. Again, just walk it out. We can actually roll and kind of shake it out. So I've got soft knees for this kind of shake out. And if you need it as a roll or a push press movement side to side or any other different angle, please do. So you might roll it. Just keep those knees soft. I'm doing one direction on one side, so I better go the other way. So I'm pressing round, pushing in, pushing out. So we're just going to lightly bounce on those toes, a light little jog. Again, just to keep the heart rate up in between and just relax and shake it out. So you're kind of soft with the legs, soft with the arms. Again, what we're going to come into is another wide plie. We're just going to try ourselves at a little pulsing element. So you can change the tempo and have a slow down and a slow up and take out the pulse. If you're good to come with me for the pulse, it's not pulsing through the actual joints, you're using the muscles. So a nice different definition and a difference for you to kind of get on board with. Let's just step it out. Are you a little wider? Have you changed the angle of the feet? How do you feel on these ones? Zip up from the very base of the pelvis, pull through those abs, nice posture for me. Again, I'm going to take hands out of the equation in the sense that there's no punching or anything like that, but we're going to drop down, reach up, just to get a nice depth going, because then if you're okay, you'll give me the pulsing quite deep. So let's go low, and here we're going to do a little push press. So I'm just going to press and press. So I want your inner thighs working and feel like you are pushing away, rather than doing this, which is not really going to help. It's just a bobbing up and down. I want you to push and press. So you feel these muscles work. I don't want to say it yet, but I'm kind of feeling it. You feel these muscles burning already. Keep going. Just press it down. Use the glutes. Use the core. Try not to hinge too far forward. Sit with a nice upright spine. You're feeling it. Press out. 3, 2, 1. Come up. Keep the heels where they are. Just parallel off the legs for me. And just stretch your way over the top. Feeling it on the side of the waist. Over we go. We're going to do 3 of these each side. We're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe it out. So we've got one more just the same. Up and over you go. Last one. Lovely. So from here, we're going to take ourselves into a forward bend where you are. So should you want to, and you're feeling okay, you can take those feet out a little wider. You could give it to me with the hinge at the hips, and your forward bend has a flat back, and that flat back could go to something. If you want to reach out and touch your fingertips onto a chair, you could just sweep the arms up and out. So I'm going to breathe in to breathe it out. If you want to come with me in the same way I'm doing it, I'm just getting a little bit deeper each and every time. I'm doing a bit of an arm circle out the top and an arm circle bringing me in. So now I've gradually made it to touch down on the floor, but I'm still ahead of myself, ahead of those feet. What I'm going to do is I'm sensing my feet are moving that way. So I'm going to go a bit deeper, hinge, walk, and actually walk them out. I'm just going to come on the side. My little shoes are moving me. So I'm just going to sit down in it, breathing in, breathing out. Nice, big, strong, deep breath. When you're ready to come up, just walk it in. I'm going to walk up and again face you, but you're fine to walk in where you were. What we're going to come into is a wide plie that has a rotating opener and then a straight leg kind of push press movement in the middle of this. So toes out, shoulders back and down, slide down, one hand down, one hand up, both hands down, both legs go up into a straight option. Swap sides, lift it, gently does it to come out, plant the other hand, lift and open. Come through the middle with the straight legs or straighter legs, swap sides, center, lower, open up, lifting, lowering, rotating, 2 more each side, and open. Center, lower, open. 1 more each side. Lift and lower. Lovely. So from here, what we are taking ourselves into next is going to be another wide plie. But what we're going to do is we're just going to hold ourselves into a standing hip opener. So if you need to, you hold on to something and you're just going to lift and open. So you can have a pointed toe to do this. You can have the leg lower. You can have a flexed foot. I'm just grabbing hold there of just underneath my knee, opening our hips. And in doing so, you're adding a balance challenge. We've got to use our core, and I'm activating that supporting leg to come along and help me as well. Just keep moving through. For one more each side, I'm going to do this one and then one more each side. Lovely. I'm just going to take my jumper off. So it's a good point if you haven't had one, have a water break. And then we'll get going into a little bit more of activating upper and lower body combined. So when we're activating upper and lower body combined, we are putting in little punches, retraction. If you don't want punch or retraction, then what you can have instead is going to be a push press movement and a reach and a stretch. So whatever width is feeling good for you, always thinking about your hips and your pelvis and thinking about the upper body posture, especially now we're going to use the upper body. Slide down for me and find a kind of middle ground. It does not have to be the deepest wide plie you've ever done. But what we're going to take ourselves is a little punch on the center. So if you prefer your stretch and reach, let's do it. But hopefully you can see hips are quite quiet, legs are nice and strong. It's going to be our torso we're after moving here. So reaching, stretching, or getting into a punch. And this is a punch that's actually slower than you think. So I'm going across the body, pressing away, getting over on the angle. If you do want to, you can slide down a little bit more. It doesn't have to be by much, but the slow punch is going right through my shoulders and beyond. From here, I'm going to do the same thing going above the head. So if you'd like to do this one with the stretch and reach and the pointed arms, it does the same job. You're doing a little row when you pull the arm back down, and you're giving yourself some oblique work, generalized core work as well, inner thigh work, by going up and over slightly on the angle. Let's do both. Across the body, up, up. Is your tempo reaching a little bit further? Are you increasing that tempo? Do you want to do some on their own, a little faster up above? Could be 3s, 4s, or 5s. Cross the body. I like the reach rather than the punch. It does make me go a little bit quicker. I'm going to go a little lower in those legs. Maybe give me 2s everywhere. Up, 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 over, over. Keep going. Whatever your combination, we're going to do 5 more of them. 5 more of each. We've got 4. We've got 2. And last one coming up. Up, up. Over, over. And pause. If you need to shake it out or just relax or come out of your wide plie, you absolutely can. What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and go down and up, in and out of the legs with a deeper version of that diagonal and potentially a deeper version going above the head. So slide and pull, and it's going to be on the same side. So I'm only going to work my right arm, going down into the wide plie, across the body, going down and out, up and over. If you get confused about where you want to put the squat, or you want to go in and out standing up and then give me a squat, and it's all just getting too much, just go with the flow. So I'm going to drop and press, come out, go down, up, down, up. So into my legs, it's going across the body, big stretch, big reach, the up and over the head. That's when I come out of that wide plie. Still on the same side. We've got this. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Woo! Don't go anywhere because your feet are probably in a prime position, but you can just take a breath here, breathing in, breathing out. If you need a head movement that's going to help open up the chest or shoulders, we can absolutely do that. Otherwise, what we've got coming up is going across the body and up and over. Tempo-wise, may or may not be stronger than your first side. Who knows sometimes? So I'm going to go over, up, over, up. You're getting more retraction. You're getting more row element from the pullback. And then the up and over the body. In and out, up and over. Keep going. Go with your tempo. Go with your depth into this wide plie. If you can get lower, you've got this. If you can give me more through your core, let's do 5 to finish. You've got 4. We've got 3. We've got 2. Last one. Woo! So, walk it out on the spot or go and grab that water and just take a breather. Same as a second ago, but this one you can actually move around. I just wanted you to stay in place for the same, to be able to do the same depth in that squat as the wide plie as the first side. So just breathing in, breathing out. Just shake gently out through the arms because we're going to do another wide plie and another version of something through the arms. We're going to do dumb waiter and then we're going to do it as a reach and a pull back. So we're just going to take our time, see where we are with this, see what's feeling good, and just gently does it to push ourselves a little bit more. So wherever you feel you can get to in terms of depth and reach and push, pull and combined movements, it's going to come from the core, it's going to come from our synchronized breathing. And if you ever need to hold on to something and do a single side, you'll know this for yourself. But we're going to go wide plie again. We're going to relax those shoulders, engage the core through this lovely diamond shape of pelvis, hips, and my tummy button and my rib cage up here. Slide down for me. When we're down in it, that dumb waiter is elbows glued to you, shoulders back and down, and it's this squeeze coming in and coming out. What we're going to do is we're going to do a single side as well. When we've done some single side, we're going to do some reach and pull, reach and pull. When you're here, open that side, leave it. Go in and out on the other side. Not too speedy. Keep the elbow glued to the body. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Let's do both. Let's go out of those legs. In. We're going to go down into that wide plie. Match it with your wide arms and your dumb waiter. Gluing those shoulder blades together, drawing them in together. Glue the elbows to the side of the waist. Let's stay down there. Pulse the legs, pulse the arms. Gentle, gentle little pulse. Try not to bob up and down. You're pulsing these arms on the angle. Press behind. Push. Press. Breathe in. Breathe out. Get lower in those legs. Press. Get those shoulders back if you need to. Get the elbows back behind you. Press. Triceps now. 3, 2. Lift one heel. Come in front and give me a row. Reach and row. Pull. Pull. Pull those shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1. Lift the other heel. Straighten up the torso. Hold it. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Other heel stays up. Now give me upright row. Palms to you. Elbows wide. A nice line from elbow to elbow through your chest. Reach it. Row. And pull up through the core. Lift. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go with the high up toe tap, which is the straight legs, the relaxed shoulders. Whatever you'd like to do with the arms, I often just leave mine at the chest. And you're just going to point and point. From here, we're going to go back into a little bit more of those triceps. and you're just going to kick out. If you want to hold, you can hold that calf engagement, that core engagement, and that kick back through and into the arms. If you want a different angle, why not give me a T shape? Breathing in, breathing out. T shape is nice and strong from the elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, hands to elbow. All of these lines, all of these connections, the same on both sides. Just give me same toe tapping, a little shake out from here. Just walk it in, walk it in. So you're just going to give me a little bit of a cross body walk. So I'm just tapping and bringing that knee across. It is a walk, it's not an actual knee driver, but you are lifting the leg because it's a walk. So you are engaging these lower abs. All I'm doing is walking the arms as well, in along with this movement, and just going side to side. If you can, walk it up a little bit. Go side to side. If you don't want arms, you just want to leave them there, you can drive the knees across and across. To be honest, the elbows or a twist of the waist is kind of a helpful counterbalance for getting that knee up a little higher. So do your very best option and do it for 5 more with me. We got 4. We got 2. You're nearly there now. 1 more. Lovely. Just walk it out in front. So same idea. Relax through the chest and the shoulders. If you want to, you're just going to give me a walk and a point hold. So you're just coming to the front. Same idea. You're just giving me a hover hold from the core with that relaxed posture. If you can, give me the T-shaped arms whilst you're here. Give me more hold. Give me more through the balance. And we're just going to do some arm circles with that leg holding. Then we'll walk it down. You can wait until that leg is up, so you can pause the arms. Bring those arm circles back as that leg gets to you or when it's there in position. If you want to keep working through the arm circles, pull those shoulder blades down your back. If you've only been going the same direction with these arm circles, let's do it back the other way. If you want to walk and give me a little different option where you're going to lift and kind of crunch, and you want to give me a bigger arm circle, you then go back smaller, and you could walk it out, and you could give me any version of this arm circle. If you'd like to give me an arm circle pushing back, no legs, we can just concentrate on that together, rolling back. You got 5, we got 4, it's 3 now, last 2, and let it go. If you need it, just let your head go. If it's helpful to actually hold the head a little bit, I don't know where to hold mine, there we are. I'm about to pull on my hair, so just gently does it draw forward. You can lift up. If you want to stretch up and out, you can interlace the hands. One of the simplest ways to get the stretching through your chest. If you feel it's helpful, we can just gently wander around, stretching through the shoulder and the upper back by coming across the body. If you prefer to have a pause and a water break here, absolutely, you can do. And then I'm just going to do another one with thumbs up and just pull that V shape into place, stretch my chest, and just flop it out again. So from here, we're going to go into a staggered stance for our, we're going to do it for push-ups in a minute, which is something I don't often do, but it's a nice one. And then let's do it here with your staggered stance for a kick out on the angle. So what I'm going to do is have a staggered stance lunge and then do a little kick front. It's not a kick with a big heel press, it's a lift and extension version. So I'm going to stretch, I'm going to lean, and then press out. So if you want to, it's like going down into a runner's lunge and then lightly pressing. You can pop the foot straight down. I'll just come to the side. It doesn't matter what angle you're on. Just for a change, I was on that kind of V shape to show you. And then lift it up. You might hinge and reach, row, and out you go as well. So you can go back on the heel, reach in front, row in, point the toe out. I am stopping after everyone just because I want to get deep, hinge, tummy's engaged, lift up, stretch it out. The higher we get that leg, the more we're going to have to work through that core, the more balance required. So just give it your all for me. Last rep on this side. Reach it, pull it in, out you come. Lovely. Up next, other side. And then what we're going to do is repeat those hip openers with our standing hip opener we did together a little while ago. So hinge, get that calf stretch, but use the core. When you're ready for it, let's row and reach, pull in, point and extend. If you feel you have a stronger side, so clearly I'm on my stronger side here, where I can go from that pointed toe right back into that lunge. That first side, possibly, because it was the first side, was not allowing that to happen for me. So reach it, row it, lengthen, repeat. Reach with the hinge, row, get the posture in check, get that leg out and really engage your core. Engage your thighs. Should we do 3 more together? Nearly there now. It's 2. It's last one. Lovely. Again, any kind of shakeout is good. I'm going to go into that standing hip opener. Potentially you could hold the balance a little longer. Potentially you don't want the leg up as high. Who knows what you'd like? So see where you are, or you're wobbly and you need a bit of support. But just breathe in for me. Breathe it out. Breathing in. Breathing out. We're just going to put one more combination up here standing, and then we're going to get down onto the mat for a little bit extra upper body challenge. So for right now, I'm going to make this my last one. And then what we've got next, again, combinations coming your way. So these combinations now, we have a squat. From your squat, parallel squat. We've done enough wide plies. Parallel squat, pardon me. So from your parallel squat, you're going to turn into the lunge. When you're in that lunge, then you're going to do the same leg extension or a kick if you feel like it. So what that looks like, I'm going to come into a squat. When I come up, I'm just going to pivot on my feet. I'm going to step into the lunge, and then I might give myself that point and kick out. I'm going to step down, lift up and pivot, drop down, and then maybe it's a sweeping leg that comes through, maybe it's a kick out leg. So making it as fluid as you can. If you need to break it down and you want to give me squats on their own or the same legs we've just done, because you'd like to hold on to something, just go with the flow. What I'll do for this one, because we can be doing different options together, is I'm going to put the timer on for 30 seconds and we'll do whatever sits well with you. So I'm just going to lift up on the tiptoes, step down, and then sweep that leg. Like I'm kicking it up and kicking it away, but I'm doing it with our kind of ballet-esque movements. So I'm pointing it up, lifting that leg. I'm pivoting on the toes, just to kind of help me get around back from one direction to the other, but I do step into that lunge and then I sweep up. I'm just going to do 2 more for each side. I'm not speedy through these. I'm just planting, doing good quality repetitions and getting through this by use of my breath and the core. Let's have the next ones to last ones each side. When I say 30 seconds, that was a complete lie. I just went on repetitions instead. Make it the last one. So down, up and out. Was that the longest 30 seconds of your life? It was actually a minute, but you know, never mind. So from up here, we're just going to do our toe tapping stretch option, which is just a lunge and a reach. If you want to toe tap it and come up, and you want to go side to side for me, you absolutely can, because I've just done one deeper lunge one side. I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to do the same, but maybe have the toe tap option instead of the whole foot planted, just for a change. Breathing in, breathe it out. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to come down, as mentioned, staggered stance for push-ups, just to work some upper body a little bit more. So this upper body work doesn't actually have to be on the mat if you don't want to. If you've got a sturdy something, it could be a chair, the seat of a chair with a staggered stance hand. It could be a worktop that you might actually be on the end of, or a tabletop, something like that, that is not going anywhere. So just make sure the chair's not going anywhere. Otherwise, come and join me, and we're going to come down. We'll do some stretching out in a minute, so all I'm going to do is come on down. When we're here, I'm going to go with a kneeling option because this is pretty strong. If you want the knees to come out a little bit from that classic box position, that's you challenging the core a little bit more, but you're just going to play around. It's not exact. Whatever feels good, feels good. So you can have it tight staggered, or you can have it slightly out. So when we do a classic chest push-up, they're often out here, so you can give me a bit of a half-half. You want to go tighter and more parallel with the arms, then you're going to work the triceps a little bit more. So see where you are. It could be elbows or shoulders that denote where these hands have got to go. But you're going to pick one side for me. When we have picked that side, we are going to come down on the flat hands. And like I said, the staggered stance itself makes me have a little bit of a lean. And I'm going to come down and up I go. So I'm keeping with a tighter option, keeping the elbows a little tighter to each other. As I push away from the floor, I'm going to bring myself out with the core and with a nice amount of oomph from within. If you'd like a staggered stance with the legs for a little extra challenge, potentially it's a good idea to have it, the arm that's nearest to you, that leg could be out, and you could go down and up. We're going to work for 15 more seconds, so you're nearly done. Challenging yourself to stay connected through the core and through the floor to push up and push away. Next one, last one. And as always, I would like to just shake you out in between. Roll you out. Lean yourself out of this and gradually give yourself a pause. Otherwise, we're just working continuously through the same exact muscles without any break. But if you would like that wider stance because you just worked the tighter option, why not? It doesn't matter. And if you feel like you peaked too soon with having that leg out, don't worry about it. See where you are on that second side. So I'm going to put the other hand in front. I'm going to do that slightly wider stance. I'm going to get the other leg out already. And then down I come. It still stays tight. So elbow in line with the wrist. But actually, I get on better. My wrist doesn't like it. My left wrist does not like being out on that far left-hand side. I'm better off coming a little tighter and having more of a parallel option. So you're always going to listen to your body. If you prefer the hands in exactly the same place, not the staggered stance, you can change your mind at any time for me. Just keep the core engaged. Keep your head up, looking out the top of your mat rather than just dropping it. Let's do 5 seconds together. Next rep, last one. Lovely. So again, this time, why don't we just open your legs a little bit, bring ourselves into child's pose legs and just hold a little bit of that chest opener. You can rock yourself in for me as well, and you can rock it out. So we're going to come into potentially like side plank-esque, but I'm going to try and get you slightly in a U shape or in more of a, sorry, that was more of a C shape, or slightly more of a rigid angle. And we're just coming on the elbows. So that's where the kind of elbow side plank element comes in. But we're going to do a leg lift. So if I was perfectly in line with the back of my mat, I could give myself the leg lift here, working those obliques that are closest to the floor as well as the top ones because of the crunch element of this. But what I'm going to suggest is you turn and bring yourself on the angle. So I'm still pretty much flat from torso to hip, but I've turned my legs out and I've got an on the angle leg lift. I'm on the elbow, but I'm not leaning back, trying to keep a proud chest. That's why arm up might be helpful. And I'm going to stay on the knee here and just work into this lift and lower. So again, like when we were standing, do those reaching leg lifts or those kicks, whichever you were doing. We were working your core and we were doing a straight leg, thigh activation, glute activation movement. And this is it again, but you've got a little bit more that you're going to hold up here. You've got to hold yourself up with the upper body. Let's do 3. We've got 2. Last one, hold it. If you can, hold your leg, lift up. Could you straighten out that other arm? Can you hold that leg? Could you take the other leg out and hold it? You got 3, 2, 1. Release yourself, walk it round or swap on round. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So when you gradually come down for me, you're going to gently position yourself again. I would line yourself up with the back of your mat and then go from there. So plant the hand, lift out of the elbow, out of the shoulder. I've got the knees bent. That leg would be straight up. So I'm just going to bring it and my other leg on that angle. If you want to go further or back, it feels slightly different on this side. Don't worry, but let's try not to lean back. Let's lift that arm, lift that leg. So you're going to have a side that has a little bit more fluidity. You're going to have a side that feels a little stronger. Which side do you think you're on at the moment? Could you tweak it? So you just work a little harder into that core, thigh, and glute engagement and combine this movement and lift and lower for me as high as that hip allows within reason without compromising your upper body. Let's do 3, 2, lift it, hold it. If you can, other hand out, straighten up, other leg out, hover it, breathe in, breathe it out. You got 3, 2, 1, release. From here, we're going to go with our downward facing dog, unless you'd like on all fours, unless you'd like an elevated version, which would be on the chair, the sideboard. You know the drill, you know where you need to be. And what we're going to do is we're going to have this downward facing dog with a nice little combination of everything. Could you give me down dog, mountain climbers, and crossbody mountain climbers? Could you give them to me all on one side? And maybe give me 5 reps of right knee coming across and in, or vice versa, but repeating it for the right knee. Left leg's going to stay put. Then swap. If you need to rest in between, then do. I'm going to push you to just do that whole lot. 5 one side, 5 the other without any rest. Down dog or kneeling, those are your 2 options. Oh no, you've got your elevated option. Let's do it. You're going to plant those hands for me. Tuck the toes, lift up. You can give me down dog as a stretch anytime you like. You can give it to me all in a plank position or a down dog and a plank. I'm going to stick with plank. I'm going to go across the body, drive in. Here we go with 2, in, 3, in, 4, in, cross for 5, in, swap legs, cross body, center, cross, center, 3 more. 2 more, 1 more, and pause. Child's pose, down dog, cat cow, any of that, or even come up with me, shake it out a little bit. If you can, we're going to repeat that 3 times. So I put 5 in. If you want to go to 8 or you want to put 10 per side, start now. You might want to, but just know you've got 3 rounds. So I'm going to stick with 5 and 5. Second round, have the same pause, the calm before a 3rd round. So, giving you the options, see where you're landing with this, see how strong you're feeling. Flat hands for me. If you'd like to try a down dog option where the leg goes up and in, this would be the time on round number 2. I'm going to lift it, drive it. Lift it, center. This is a tougher option. You've got more movement. We're on number 3. On that first side, you're at 4. In. 5. In. Other side, lift it. Drive. Reach high. Drive. You've already done 1. You're on 2. pause. Woo! That was a little bit tougher. Shake it out. So, from here, third and final round. Did that get your heart rate up? Do you need a kneeling option? Do you need an elevated option? I do not mind. You listen to your body. I'm going to go with the plank version and maybe slow our tempo down as a change and go a bit slower. So I'm not going to have the leg extension. If you want to, give me the down dog. Why not? But this is the third round, 5 and 5, no rest in between. When you're ready, we have got this. Cross body, in, cross, in, 3, in, 4, in, 5, in, other leg, in, cross, in, 3, 4, last one, woo! Shake it out. So, very last and final, we're going to do some straight leg lowers. We're going to lie on our back and then we'll be ready for our relaxation. So one more exercise to go. Spin round. Let me just change this mat again. Sorry. So come on down. Let yourself have a little pause. Hug the knees in. You need a little stretch through the hamstrings or a wiggle. Perfect opportunity. If you would like to do this as a single leg with the other leg supporting you, you can reach and lower. Breathe in, breathe out. And you can give me 10 one side and 10 the other. If you're okay to give me 2 legs out there, straight, you're going to lift and lower. Breathe in, breathe it out. You still got 10 each side. No curl up, flat back, tummy's engaged, glutes engaged. Last one's coming up. 3, 2, 1. Other leg. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In you come. Rock it out. Open it out. Bring yourself into a relaxation position. Rest it out. Flop those arms out. If you want to bring the soles of the feet together, soles of the feet together. Breathe in. Breathe it out. I'm doing a little rock and roll whilst I'm here. I'm just going to breathe my way through the body. You're going to inhale. You're going to exhale. Taking your time. Breathing out. Let yourself settle into that nice rhythmical calm inhale and that lovely calm exhale. Let the inhale rise up through the body. Let the exhale just fall away. You are breathing through the body in a lovely calm fashion. If you're okay to have the eyes closed, just have that extra layer of calm where you breathe your way from top to toe. Let the exhale draw down your back. Let it draw you down all the way from the very base of where your head is touching the floor or touching your mat, all the way down, a beautiful line down through the length of your back and bringing you down to relax through the glutes for me. Glide on out through those legs and breathe your way through the body. On the inhale, rising up. On the exhale, falling away. Just taking your time to have this lovely rhythmical flow, floating that breath really lovely and seamlessly right throughout the body. Letting go, breathing in, breathe it out. When you're ready for a little bit more movement, wiggle those fingertips, wrists, toes, and ankles. And when you're ready, hug, rock and roll, come on around. I'm going to meet you on the all fours position or in the all fours position. Pick a side, put one foot in front, lift it up, reach the other arm over the top, reach it right down the front, up and over, out in front, up and over, Lovely. Swap sides. If you need to put your hands down, put the hands down. Reach it. Reach it front. Up and over. Curve your way into the front. Stretch it. Reach it. Plant your hands. Tuck your toes. Come up to standing. Push, press. Hollow out the belly. Soften the knees. Give me the same to the back. Stretching forward. Release those hands down the side. Have a nice flat back. Relax the head. Press into the heels. Breathing in. Breathing out. When you're ready for it, slide it up. Reach out the top and float those arms down. Woo! Well done, you. You are done with your bar style workout. I will see you on the next one.